Kids and Cadets 2018 TB110. Gentleman messaged me this week. He said he was interested in a machine that I had. I told him I had sold it. I sent him a picture of another machine. And he said, okay. And he said, I've got this Troy-Bilt, doesn't run. Do you want to trade? So he wanted 40 for it, which was a lot. I told him, okay, I'd do it just by looking at the picture. It looked like it was complete, although dirty. So he came out, he took, it was a Honda powered machine and I had it for 130. He said 120 because that's what the original ad said for the other machine. So I just made him happy, took 80 cash. He took the Honda machine and I got the Troy-Bilt. So I'm into this for 40 bucks right away. Let's look it over. He knew about rec fuel. Just looking at it now, I'm wondering if this thing flooded. I see a line of dirt and stuff and all this crap up here on the cage, and all the surface rust. This thing might have flooded out. I might have just screwed myself here now that I'm looking at it. We're going to find out. First things first, let's look in the tank and check the filter. If the filter's all, the paper's all disintegrated. Okay, it's got gas in it. 2018, by the way. Okay, it's dry and it doesn't look like it's been submerged, so that's a good thing. I don't see any deformities in the paper, in the pleats. It's really plugged up with dust, but I don't think it's sat in water. So I don't know why all this is all over this thing. So especially if he knew about ethanol gas, like I mentioned. Let's turn it on its side, see what the blade looks like. And then we'll try starting it. Not a bad looking machine. Just looking at the blade right now, it doesn't look beat up. It's nice and square. There's not a lot of sandblasting, but this is flat. This needs an edge on it. Ran over some strapping. Same thing here. A lot of mold. This thing sat in a wet environment. Don't know what the deal is with this. It's complete. Somebody's been in here. Look at the aftermarket filter. They moved the hose clamp down to the filter side and not the tank side. Got somebody doing 45 and a 25. A couple of young kids in a Dodge Charger. That spells trouble. Okay, let me pull on it. See if I can even pull on it. Let me get a rag or wipe the dipstick. Check the oil. Oh, the gas sweeped out of the tank because there's a big puddle of gas here on my concrete. Okay, it's got enough oil in it. It's above the low mark. We got weak compression. This thing just turns over like a butterfly. Okay, so I screwed myself on this deal. Told the guy 40 just by the picture, and we don't have any compression. I'm going to have to start telling these people, bring it over and let me look at it. It just kicked off for a second, but this thing is just pulling over like no plug in it whatsoever, and the plug's tight. So we got no rings, hole in the piston, something. Well, that kind of sucks. Maybe I can use the deck on something else. Why is it always Troy-Bilt TB110s or shit boxes? Every one of them seem to give me an issue. Okay, one to kick off. A little bit of a backfire. Damn it. I should have my carb clean nearby, and I don't. I'm just relying on this nearly empty can of ether. And this is the automatic choke, so the choke wafer's closed. I'm trying to open it with my finger to squirt some ether in the intake. So that kind of sucks. Another blown up Troy-Bilt. Had the similar thing this summer. TB with no compression. Okay, that was a huge shot of ether. I can smell it here. I don't know, enough compression to get it to fire off. It did fire off and run for a second. I don't have my turkey baster. I'm wondering what the fuel looks like. There's about a quarter of a tank. I don't want to put new fuel on top of shitty fuel. So the course of action would be on this one is carb clean. Maybe grab my compression tester and actually see what this thing is doing. Maybe check the valves. Valves may be out of tolerance. That would be something to look at. I'd do the valves first, compression test second. So the 2018 is not going to be an easy fix. It's going to require some attention. So the 40, I think, was on the high side. It can be fixed. I know it can be, but it's just not going to be a quick carb clean and turn around, which would have been ideal situation, but you don't always get that. Anyway, thanks for coming out, you guys. checking out this turd. I got to bring out my turds and Mr. Cluck sometime. I've been keeping them inside. They need to come out and get some fresh air. Next time around, I'll bring out the farm animals. You guys continue to have a nice day. Tip your waitress and wait staff. That's the deal with this TB110 with the 550EX. I should probably give you the engine model number or the Troy-Bilt number. That might be helpful to somebody. It is the 11 Alpha dash Alpha 2 Bravo Mike 711. The serial 1 Echo 298 Kilo Golf 0017. Okay, that's all I got for you. I'll put those numbers down below. Well used Troy-Bilt with low compression but enough to fire off. We're looking at carby clean on this one. Carby clean, check the valves. We may have a loose valve here causing a low compression issue. Have a good day. Tip your waitress and wait staff.